Gold and silver are both money. For well over 5,000 years, in every corner of the globe, they have been accepted as so. You see, by holding them, you are actually able to hold a large amount of value in a relatively small amount of space. A value which arises directly out of the amount of man-hours which go into both mining and refining these precious metals. You see, not only do you have to take into account the amount of man-hours that are exhausted by those who do eventually find deposits of gold and silver, but also those who do not. I mean, let's face it, the many hours of hard labour which the unsuccessful miners endure are none the less arduous than those who are lucky enough to eventually strike it rich. Now, you simply must understand that in our world of paper money, our world of IOUs, gold and silver are required to have their relative values manipulated downward, and all to make it appear that the precious metals are not a viable alternative to the current paper system. A paper system that actually equates, in essence, to being little more than a confidence game. This is not true, of course, as precious metals are indeed a viable alternative to the current paper system, as our economic history quite clearly shows us. Okay, so we have seen many of the major banks being fined this week for having been caught manipulating the Forex or currency markets. And this is after they have already been fined for manipulating almost every other type of marketplace on the face of planet Earth. Every one, that is, apart from the above mentioned gold and silver markets, and their manipulation of gold and silver is far more blatant than any other. So, how long do you think these market manipulations can continue, with miners now going out of business due to suppressed prices and physical shortages beginning to build up in the marketplace? I mean, market rigging does not come without its side effects which almost always bring about an end to the offending manipulation, once more placing the supply and demand fundamentals firmly in control of the marketplace, just as it is in fact actually meant to be. And so finally, when those said supply and demand fundamentals do eventually regain control of the gold and silver markets, where do you envisage that the then unhindered valuations of these metals will go? Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.